here we go. Just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of some of the capabilities of using shortcuts, ChatGPT, OpenAI, and other APIs like Google Speech to Text, text to speech, and other APIs from, let's say, Rapid API or other services, right? So like you can combine Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, DALL-E, OpenAI, and start doing things that will help you automate things like blogs, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and things like that. This one is one of my favorites because it kind of demonstrates the capabilities that you can have as you start your journey. Let's say you want to run a YouTube channel or a blog. Some people you'll see on YouTube say, hey man, I make $300,000 a month just writing blogs. And if you go to their blog, you'll see like, oh man, this is actually, when I went to the blogs, I'm like, oh, this is actually not that hard. I can probably automate most of this, right? At least give yourself a draft where you'll generate a lot of content, have it all pre-placed there for you so that you can kind of work around and put in your input and your 2 cents, right? Which is what gives it that extra value. A lot of the guys out there would say that, oh, I can detect OpenAI and AI generated text, but you go use those tools and then, they literally demonstrate that they can't really detect it, because even though they say, oh, it's 90% AI generated, when in reality it was 100% AI generated. So it's like, and it can't do it. Even the CEO from OpenAI said it. You will never be able to really tell what's 100% AI generated, because even if you type it up and go and put it on those tools, it will go and give you a percentage that some of it was created by AI. So I wouldn't really trust those tools, because you're literally using one AI tool to create content, then you drop it into another one to reword it, rephrase it, which is all based on OpenAI anyway. It's kind of retarded. So it's like, in my opinion anyway, guys, it's just whatever. The whole point of the AI and using tools like ChatGPT, OpenAI is to give you something to work with, right? It's more designed to be an assistant and an aid than to just completely replace you. I don't really see these things. I mean, you could, and I'll demonstrate to you what I've been able to do. Like on these blogs were really almost all generated by it. I barely changed anything. Just actually, you have to go in there and make it make sense. But again, the more you review it, the more you can improve it and make sure that it spits it out the way you want to. So let's say you have a favorite blog that you like to go to, 9 to 5 Mac, 9 to 5 Google, the Daily Dot, and all these kinds of different blog types, right? Whatever your niche may be. And you want to generate blogs in that style, you can actually feed it, hey, I want an article that looks like this, based about this, right? And you can make it do that. And it's like, hey, and then once you have that draft, and I'll show you what a draft looks like as I demonstrate what this looks like for affiliate marketing, for example, you'll see it's like, oh, cool, I have something to work with. Now I can just go in there and edit it. And again, so like the YouTube automation guys, you'll see them on YouTube all over. They say, hey, this is how you automate YouTube. They give you your template. And they're actually giving you a lot of detail and a lot of cool steps. It's actually really good stuff, guys. But one of the key things that you'll notice from all of them is, hey, I got to go hire a script editor, a script generator, a script editor, a video editor. You got to hire an entire team. But if you're starting out, do you really have the money to do that? No. It's like, well, let me see. I mean, you might have some money. You might want to take a chance and invest $5,000, $10,000 just to get started, which will probably give you a good leg up if you find a good team and you have experience managing people. Problem with that is if you don't, you might end up having some trouble. So from my experience, for example, the first time I went out and hired people from Fiverr or Upwork, you need to be very, very detailed when you're giving people instructions. So my first experience was with an app. So I coded an app myself. It was a game. And I published it on the Apple Store. I was super excited. So I was like, hey, man, this is my first game. I made it myself. But it was a shitty game. I didn't test it. I didn't have it tested before I published it. I just wanted it to say, hey, man, I published it. It was published. It was good. I got 300 to 400 downloads between the first 2 days because I pushed it and I got it. But it was a shitty game. What I should have done was get those downloads via a test first, like TestFlight, which I didn't find out about until I hired people to rework it for me. But at that point, I had lost the momentum and the app went nowhere. So that was the journey of my app portfolio, right? And that one failed. The game was basically, I basically went and taught myself, Objective-C. I went on YouTube. I wanted to make something between Candy Crush and Tetris, and that's what it was. And my images, my design was terrible, and then I had these guys redo it for me, and it was even worse because the color scheme was just terrible. So, but you know, you live and you learn. And that was part of the process. But anyway, let me give you an example here. And if you guys want to check this out, you can go to the link here. Again, I'm not really a blogger, guys. You know, just testing this stuff out. My original plan was really to build this system, right? Like build the automations part. That's what I really enjoy doing, is just building automations. But you can go check these out, and these are pretty much generated by the AI, right? So again, you'll see these improve as time goes on if you look at this page. And I am using Blogger because it's free. All right, so, and again, guys, this is a work in progress. So it crashes here and there. For the most part, it works pretty smoothly when I'm actively using it, but I haven't touched this in a while. So as you can see here, I think the last time I touched it was December 25th. After that, I haven't really messed around with it. So let's see what it does now. Again, let's just focus on the affiliate one. I'll go to the old one and see if that one works. So I honestly can't remember what I changed. All right, same product. And sometimes the issues are with the products themselves. Sometimes they don't have some of the items that I'm looking for, which causes an issue. And that's something I have to go into and fix errors. So like, hey, if I have an error, skip and continue. So those are things that have to be added to this. Again, custom is as custom does, right? So I have to customize it to fit the needs of the product, target, or whatever it is that I'm trying to do. So as you can see here, it starts pulling all the images. So that's what it's doing right now. Watch this. See, boom, all the images got pulled in. And now it's going to ask me to pick an image. All right, so these are the images that I need to be inserting. All right, what images do I want to be on the article? So let's see. I want this one, this one. I normally like to do 4, and then maybe I'll insert a little bit more later. But you know, one of the things I was trying to do, or I will eventually do, is, hey, I want you to add these images in between the paragraphs, which I had already, and I just removed it because, unfortunately, well, actually, it does work. I can fix it pretty easily, but the way I had it set up, it wasn't working. So anyway, those are the 4 images, and then the rest I'll insert manually later. But these 4 will be grouped together. All right. Do I want a video? The answer is yes. I just pick video number 1. If it has more than 1 video, if I click yes, it'll give me options to go pick from those. But honestly, I always just go for video 1. I'm probably just going to get rid of this and just do video 1 every single time. So we'll see what that looks like. Oh, I hope this thing doesn't error out because of the access token. All right, images in between paragraphs. So again, I thought I removed this completely, but I'm gonna just say no. It lets me actually insert images in between paragraphs down at the reviews area. And unfortunately, because the way I have it set up, it will insert the image, but it will, because I'm picking the image from my computer instead of, and I'll just do one just so that you see. It won't insert it because I need it to be linked instead, right? So I need the link, and that's an easy fix. I can do that, but I haven't done that, right? So it's gonna open the folder. Let me go to the product itself, right? But this is not what I need. I actually need the link for the image, right? So let's say I do this, and you'll see that it's just gonna be a blank image there. So no images, done. And I'll remove this section later because I don't want to be asked this anymore. That I can probably optimize, and so that I can tell ChatGPT, hey, I want you to insert images in between the paragraphs. Here are the image links, and then it'll automatically do that for me instead of me manually adding them. And that's an update I'll do as I go on with this stuff, right? The other version of this, which I'll show in a different video, is where I am editing it with ChatGPT alongside, where I say, hey, cool, that actually looks pretty good. Let's add this now, right? And it's like, okay, that looks good. Let's add a new button, or let's change the color of that button, and it does that. So that's what I like about this. So again, guys, this is it's an aid, it's an assistant. It's made to assist you so you can write your articles, your YouTube videos, or whatever, right? So you have a niche, you just pick, right? So let's say I want to insert a YouTube video. Yes, I do want to insert a YouTube video. So it's going to open up YouTube for me. This is pretty cool. This is the stuff I like. So let's say you want to insert Twitter, a Twitter post, you know, an IG post, Facebook or whatever. You can do that, right? And that's what I like about this. And the original idea, guys, was for me to build a platform kind of like Canva, but for blogs, right? And the idea is, hey, let me build a platform where I can drag and drop items into my blog posts and edit them on the go. And from that same platform, I can post to one or multiple blogs. Now, you can manage multiple affiliate blogs in one location. Backlink all your blogs easily from one location, manage them all from one location. In this example, I'm demonstrating here how to do it from your shortcuts, but ideally, this would be a platform hosted online, right? I started building it on Bubble, but I can test a lot of the features that I would want on that platform here, but I just don't know if this is a viable product anymore because as ChatGPT and OpenAI and all these AI services come out, who is really going to be looking for a service like this when you can just copy and paste? It'll probably be free. Why would you pay for this, right? Why would I pay to manage my blogs, you know, in a platform when I can literally just open two browsers, have ChatGPT on this side, have my blog over here, and obviously if you're using Blogger, you can just swap easily and just like, hey, write me this, copy, boom, copy and paste. It's just one of those things. The idea, it's a good idea, but I think the idea would have been great 2 years ago. But again, 2 years ago, I wasn't even thinking about this, and 2 years ago, ChatGPT or OpenAI wasn't at the level where it is now, right? So it's just one of those things. But think about it. If you can drag and drop things like you can drag and drop things on Canva, right? So this is what it looks like, guys, right? So on Canva, you can drag and drop items from multiple places. So imagine here having YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and all these things that you can just drag and drop onto your. Some of these are pretty old, no views, and you know you want obviously something that people did like to view. So, you know, I want to see one that has a lot of views. That way I can say, hey, look, this person obviously made a better video compared to everybody else because, and that's why I picked those because if you have more views, that means people like your video better. So I look for the one that has the most views with that related product, if I even add one, right? But I already opened YouTube, so I'm gonna add one. See, none of these are getting the same amount of views as the ones on YouTube, on TikTok. And these are pretty old, 65, 2 years ago. Whatever. All right, I'm just gonna pick this short one here, just to move on. Again, let's just open this one. The only thing I want from this is just the link. So I'm going to click share, copy.
This unique cutlery organizer has been around.
All right, the next prompt is going to be TikTok. Do you want to add a TikTok video? And the answer is going to be yes. So same thing here. If I click TikTok, it'll open TikTok and try to look for that prompt. But I already have the TikTok video open, so I'm going to do embed code. So I'm going to go back to Simply Sal. He already has a ton of views. So I'm going to go open that video. And I'm going to get the embed code, right? So I'm going to click embed. Copy code.
3 random Amazon finds. It just this code organizer sticks to the back of most appliances, has a place for the plug, and makes
all right, code copied.
This is my note.
And I'm going to click embed code.
Most used organization item in the kitchen that's super versatile and saves space.
And it's going to take the code, guys, from my clipboard. So that's why I'm going to have to paste it, right?
And this
Allow Amazon
dispenser
affiliate
can hold
articles to share
25
four
pounds of
images,
rice
one
on your
next
counter, and it
item.
has a
Yep,
button to dispense
always
the perfect
allow.
amount into its measuring cup, which doubles as a strainer.
This
3
is what it
random
looks
Amazon
like,
finds
so
that
I can
just
preview
This
it.
cord organizer sticks
All
to the
right,
back of
say
most
hello.
appliances, has
Ba,
a
ba, ba,
place for the
ba.
plug, and makes your counters look more organized. This is my most used organization item in the kitchen that's super versatile and saves space.
All right, so I
It
see
has
some
icons for each
errors
utensil
here.
type, and I can fit 60 utensils using only 2 of them.
Here's the
and still
video
have a
from
ton of space
YouTube.
left in the drawer. And this dispenser can hold 25 pounds of rice on your counter, and it has a button to dispense.
All right, this is the
perfect
product
amount into its
video.
measuring cup, which
This is the
doubles as a
YouTube
strainer.
video.
3 random Amazon finds
Boom.
that just slap. This cord organizer sticks to the back of most appliances, has
All right, so, and where's my prompt? Waiting for input. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Oh, so I want to say edit, keep, edit with ChatGPT or edit manually. It does have some errors, but I'm just gonna keep it and post it for now. But I can edit it here if I wanted to, or I could edit it with ChatGPT, or I could edit it manually right now. I already saw that it has a few errors that I need to fix. Again, once I catch those errors, I can go back to the shortcut and start editing all that stuff. Now, I can save to file, post to Shopify blog, post to Blogger, post to WordPress if I had a WordPress. So we have multiple options. Right now, I only have Blogger and Shopify. And then it automatically copies this to my clipboard. In case it fails, I can just come and paste the code over here. I'm gonna click post to Blogger. Hopefully it doesn't fail. Error code. Request had an invalid authentication credential on you because I went over the hour. It's supposed to automatically request the code again, but for some reason I must have forgot to add it. So thankfully I already have the code. So, and we'll do another one again just to go through the whole process, guys. But let me paste the code here. And we'll do another one because the reason I wanted to post via the API is because it will add my labels and all that stuff. So let's do HTML, post, boom. All right. Let me fix that title. Let's go to compose here. And get rid of this. Kitchen drawer or your kitchen's drawer organized. Paste that here. Do I want this? Maybe. All right, here are the images, guys. All right. We'll publish this so you can see what it looks like live. So again, the reason I want this to be automatically posted is because it will add my labels automatically. Now I gotta, try to remember where my labels were and all that stuff. Say hello to our new kitchen. All right, I don't think I want this. Cut this. And again, the more time you give this, guys, the better your articles are going to be, right? So it's all up to you, especially if you're running a business doing this. What is it that you want? How do you want it to look? What's the quality going to be, right? For me, I'm just focusing on the automation. So the blogs are just a testing ground, and then I'll have my wife or somebody else review it and tell me what's wrong with it, and then I'll go and try to fix it, right? So it's like, hey, you know what? Tell me what's going on with this, and I'll go and try to fix this later, and then I'll fix the issues. Let's see what else, right? And all these automatically have like these buy buttons here, guys. They have my affiliate links already inserted into them. So that's the thing. It's like it's already all included. So we take it from there. So I already know why it failed. Let me redo my authentication here. It was supposed to ask for the authentication automatically, but since I haven't messed around with this thing in so long, it's missing the request. So let me look it up and see. All right, so I already know what it is. I needed to run my shortcut here, my timer. If I would have ran it at the beginning like I do at all the other ones, I wouldn't have experienced that problem right there. And Post API should have ran it. So let me check Post API. last time, so it did run it. So why did it fail? Let's look at it last time. Let's see if that one's working. All right, whatever. I'll fix that later. Let's do it again, and this time we should get it to post all the way. So here we go. We have a draft article right here, guys. Let's see what that looks like on the site. All right, here we go. Nice image.